The question most of you are asking me is, Roberto, what am I doing wrong with my YouTube channel? Well, today we're going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you 10 things, 10 mistakes that most of you are making here on YouTube. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of RobertoBlake.com, helping you create something awesome today. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm a creative entrepreneur, public speaker, and I am a YouTube certified marketer. I'm here to help you grow your YouTube channel, and we're going to do that today by covering 10 mistakes that most of you are making as new YouTubers. I'll let you in on a teeny weeny little secret. Everybody makes mistakes when they're new and when they're just getting started. Every small YouTuber that I've helped, even me, especially me, made mistakes when they were getting started in YouTube. So don't beat yourself up about it. Don't feel too bad. And I'm here to help. So let's get into these 10 things that you might be doing wrong on your channel, and let's see if we can fix them. So one of the first things that I would tell you that you're probably doing wrong as a small YouTuber is you probably don't have a focus for your channel yet. You're probably still trying to figure things out. You haven't picked a focus or a niche or a theme for your videos and built out the concept of what your brand is. And it's okay if you haven't quite figured it out yet. It's just that if you haven't, then you can't be expecting growth right now, and you shouldn't be beating yourself up and wondering why you're not growing, because the reality is people don't know what they're committing to. Until you get something focused and something specific going on your channel, people don't know whether they want to commit to this, whether they want it in their sub feed, or whether they ever want to come back. And so you need to get focused if you want to grow your channel. There are a few people that you probably look up to that have variety content, but they started YouTube a long time ago, a lot of them, or their personality. And so it's something that when you're just getting started, it's very difficult to do. Even PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber, didn't start out as a personality doing whatever he wanted. He started out with something specific, gaming. So a lot of times you have to start with something specific, get people used to you, and then as you grow as a person, sometimes you get permission to change and pivot, and sometimes when you try to do that, it totally kills your channel because people just aren't interested in that thing. So just kind of be careful with this and pick a focus and understand that you might outgrow your channel one day, especially if you're very young and you don't know who you are yet. Tip number 2 is about the making of the videos themselves. It's about your background. Making your background interesting and unique to you, making it a character in the video is like really important. You'll notice that I have books that inspire me, and I reference a lot of the people in these books in my videos, especially the videos that are about entrepreneurship or making money online. I talk about these people all the time. You'll also notice that I have my YouTube pillow in the background and that I've got my camera lenses. These are all things that kind of add up to what this video and many of the videos on this channel are about. So when you have your background, make sure there aren't too many distracting elements. Make sure that it makes total sense to have these things in your backdrop. You know, the scene is important. It kind of sets the tone of the video, and I think that's something that a lot of people get wrong. At a bare minimum, at least clean your room. Tip number 3, not being consistent. You know, we talked about focus, but also something that has to be said is consistency. People who show up on a regular basis usually perform better. And I'm not telling you to go daily. God, no, I'm not telling you to go daily. That's not for most people. And when you're just getting started, it's not the best idea in the world, especially if you don't know if you really want to do this. You won't know until you've done it a couple dozen times, and then you'll know whether you want to commit. That being said, at least upload every week and set good habits for yourself and set expectations for your audience and deliver on those expectations. If you make a promise and a commitment to your audience, try to honor that commitment. Be consistent. Tip number 4 is a little on the rough side because a couple of people are going to take offense to this, but a lot of new YouTubers are dramatically lacking when it comes to creativity. Everyone wants a voice. Very few people have something new to say. And it's a real issue with why people aren't growing. It's because they're not bringing anything new to the table that somebody bigger than them hasn't already done very well or done better. I know for a lot of you that sounds soul-crushing and demotivating, but that's not really my intent here. The idea here is to get you to think and to think about how you can be unique. Are you doing something and does it look visually very different than what other people have done? Are you bringing a completely different persona and approach and angle to something? I mean, that's what grows channels, even in established niches. And I'll give you a really good example that you might be familiar with. About a year ago, when Peter McKinnon decided to start making videos on YouTube, he was starting from zero and everyone told him it was over and that there were already too many photography channels on YouTube. He's 30 and it's like, okay, you should do something else. Well, Peter decided to go for it anyway. And what Peter did was very different than everybody else. Peter had a personality that we had never seen in the photography niche. He wasn't stuffy, he wasn't boring, he wasn't talking down to people, and he seemed genuinely excited and enthusiastic about everything. On top of that, he brought the style of a filmmaker and storyteller to photography tutorials in a way we had not seen before from any of the big photography YouTube channels, even the ones that were close to 1 million. No photography YouTube channel had broken through 1 million subscribers yet, and Peter McKinnon managed to go to 2 million in just a year, despite people being on this platform for a decade in the exact same niche. And he did it because visually his content was different. The thumbnails were different. The entire style of presentation was different. And then Peter's personality shone through more than anything. His charisma, his on-camera presence completely obliterated the landscape of what we would expect from tuning in to a photography tutorial. And that's why Peter McKinnon is a success story today. He brought something new to a niche that was already saturated, that people already established themselves in over a decade, and he proved it can be done. If you make yourself different enough, and if you are creative and you bring something new to the table, a new voice, instead of parroting other people and doing the same things that have been done over and over and over again, guess what happens? People get excited, people get interested, people share, people subscribe, and they come back for more. Let's move on to tip number 5. Bad editing. And by this, I'm not attacking your editing skills so much as, well, I guess I am attacking your editing skills. But when you're a beginner, it's okay. The problem is a lot of you are trying to be way too fancy, way too early. Stick to basic cuts, basic transitions, and really focus on make sure that you're getting timing right, you're getting continuity right. Don't try to go overboard on things. I think that it's important to just, do some very basic things and make sure that the editing serves the purpose of telling a story or being entertaining or getting to the point or, educating people or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish with the video. Make sure the edit is serving that instead of the edit just being completely stylistic and there not being a point to it. I think that this frustrates a lot of people, especially me when I'm watching and I don't understand why you did that. Number 6, make better thumbnails. I cannot stress enough how much thumbnails matter to YouTube videos. Ultimately, before we see your video and your fancy editing and your on-camera charisma, you know what we see? We see a title and we see a thumbnail. We see a title and we see a thumbnail and we make a decision right then or there. And now we know that YouTube is serving up videos and we know that click-through rates are a real thing because we have data in the new YouTube Analytics dashboard. And so we know how much that matters more than ever. And I make all of my decisions about whether I'm going to watch a video from someone I've never seen before based entirely on how good their thumbnail is. I am a snob about that. I feel that many viewers are because you're putting a really good video behind a really crappy thumbnail. It doesn't get the views it deserves. So save your video by making better thumbnails. Number 7. This is the one that was devastating for me for my first, 50 videos? No on-camera presence, no on-camera charisma, no energy. It makes a big difference in a video. Am I telling you that you have to be over the top, that you have to exaggerate, that you have to be crazy, stupid, excited about everything? No, I'm certainly not. The whole point here is that whatever the tone is supposed to be in your video, that needs to be communicated on camera. If, you want other people to be excited about your videos, you need to be excited about what you're talking about. If you want it to have a serious tone, then you need to communicate that. Whatever it is that you want to get across in your videos, that has to be clear from your on-camera presence and your energy. And ultimately, charisma can carry a video a long way, even when production values aren't great, even when editing is spotty at best, even if there's poor lighting and audio. At the end of the day, there are people like Gary Vaynerchuk who have a lot of charisma, and Gary could carry a video that was shot on a smartphone with shaky cam, bad lighting, and not great audio on pure charisma alone, and it would get views. So just kind of keep in mind that your on-camera presence, your on-camera energy makes a big difference in holding an audience's attention. It pains me to say this. Actually, that's not entirely true. Don't be a daily vlogger. When you're just getting started, being a daily vlogger is unsustainable. And I know that a lot of you aspire to do that because you're inspired by Casey Neistat, and I get it. But at the end of the day, it's very hard to sustain daily vlogging because not every day will be a day that's worth filming, and not everyone is capable of sustaining that type of life. And ultimately, it'll put a lot of stress and pressure on you, people in your life, and you may not have built up the editing skills and production skills in order to make that really practical and to respect your time and still enjoy the experiences in your life and be present. So I don't recommend daily vlogging for beginners and newbies. It may seem like a great way to grow a YouTube channel. You might have seen a few people blowing up doing it, but at the end of the day, it's really not for most people, and I actually don't think it's healthy. I've seen a lot of people try and ultimately fail at it, not to mention the strain that it puts on people, even people who are good at this kind of stuff. It's pretty bad. So I've got to tell you, don't be a daily vlogger unless you really feel like you can 110% live with it for a year. Not paying attention to branding. Not paying attention to branding is a big deal. When you are deciding to do a YouTube channel, you need to make everything feel very consistent, very seamless. And that means that you want to do things like pick out color schemes. You want to pick out designs for your thumbnails. You want to do channel artwork. You want to pay attention to the aesthetic value of everything because you're going to be judged on all of those things. And so I think that consistent branding, not just in your visuals, but in your style, your presentation, your message, I think that all of that's important. And I think trying to match up a lot of these things in your other social media platforms and thinking about them also goes a long way. You'll notice that most of the successful YouTubers are doing this. Most of them pay attention to the aesthetics and the messaging of their brand and keeping a continuity across multiple platforms. And it matters. They're treating themselves like a real company, like a real business, like a real show on television. And so you need to be thinking that way too, even from the very beginning. Number 10, not doing your research. Not doing your research is hurting a lot of your channels. You need to do research on your niche. You need to do research on titles and also potential tags for your videos, and I actually have a great tool that I can recommend to you guys to help you with that. I think that this video is going to help a lot of you, and I made it with the help of my friends at VidIQ. VidIQ is a browser plugin and website, and it's one of the best tools for helping you grow your YouTube channel. If you go to vidiq.com/Roberto, you actually get a 30-day trial. You can use this tool. You can use this to try to optimize your channel, and they also have a new feature that I'm really excited about. It's the channel audit tool. This will tell you literally some of the mistakes that you're making with your channel right now. It'll tell you if you have videos that don't have thumbnails. It'll tell you if your titles are too long. It'll tell you so many great things about your channel that you can correct really easily, and it can make a big difference for you. So make sure you're checking that out. Link is in the description down below. A big shout out to my friends over at VidIQ for helping sponsor this video, and especially to my friend Jeremy Vest, who helped design the channel audit tool that you guys are going to be using. It's actually a really great feature in VidIQ. It's something different, and I'm going to be speaking at Jeremy's event, Video Marketing World. If you guys want to come out and you've never seen me do a talk on stage before, this is going to be amazing. So come out to Texas. I'm going to link to it in the description for you guys. I can't wait to see you there. And we're also going to probably do a meetup. My last piece of advice for new YouTubers is to just be patient. You know, there are a lot of people who have been successful and it feels like they're an overnight success, but the reality is they've been building your skills for over a decade, and it matters. I certainly know that I built my skills outside of YouTube well before I came to the platform with a lot of advantages that many of you may not have. So I don't think you should be putting wild expectations on yourself and saying, hey, I've got to get to this many subs at this time. I think you need to be patient. I think you need to practice, and I think you need to give yourself the opportunity to grow, not only as a YouTube creator, but just as a creator. Anyway, those are the 10 mistakes that many of you are making on YouTube if you're new YouTubers. I hope this helps you out. If you still have questions, let me know in the comment section. I've got a ton of resources in the description to help you if you're a small YouTube creator. Anyway, like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome stuff here on the channel. There's plenty of other videos to help you. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, go out there and create something awesome today. Take care.